Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004. And oh boy, the championship is definitely heating up. We won over there out there in the desert, the good old place. And now we're going to Rockingham, the Rock. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Then we go to Homestead Miami Speedway, which is kind of ironic because the Rock is from Miami. So anyways, this is their championship update. So we gained 20 points on Rocket Man. We gained 10 on Gordon. But unfortunately, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s championship hopes are done. The 2008 champion is not going to find victory for the Winston Cup Circle this year. But Tony Stewart's on the bubble. If we leave, we're on the bubble as well. If we leave Rockingham north of 156 points, our championship is mathematically eliminated. So Gordon he's pretty well good, but for Newman, I mean, it's just don't have a catastrophic mistake. So anyway, let's go ahead and get the garage stuff ready to go. So we're done short track racing for 2011, so we can go ahead and get our short track car ready for next year's Rockingham race. I love Rockingham, I tell you. Actually, no, what am I thinking? We're going to a short track now, you idiot. I don't know why I thought we were doing short track racing, guys. I'm crazy. Let's see. Let's go and get this other Speedway car fixed up because we have our Homestead car ready. And then we'll do that. Let's see. Yep, we'll get this one fixed up. And that way it'll be ready for Vegas next year. So, got that ready to go. And let's get the car ready to go. With our parts ready to go. Now we gotta get the car built, right? Gotta do what you gotta do. Oh boy. You know, Rockingham, we always run good here, but sometimes it is tough to win here at Rockingham. Just the AI is pretty tough. It's a good challenge. Let's go to the Rock. Hey folks, so we qualified on the pole, shocker, for the Pop Secret Microwave Popcorn 400 here at Rockingham. God, I love that race title. It's just so cool. Freaking Pop Secret Microwave Popcorn. Love it. Anyways, let's go trackside. 2 races to go for the championship.
We're live from the North Carolina Speedway, otherwise known as the Rock side of today's NASCAR race, the Pop Secret 400, right here on MRN. Drivers say this place can be one difficult track to master.
Well, this track is deceiving to drivers who are new here. It's wide and fast in most places, but in the corners, they'll have to slow up more than they expect. Otherwise, the wall will sneak up and bite them on the exit, especially in turn 2.
The McDonald's car is currently at the top of the points list.
Yeah, but it's far from over yet. He's got to focus on being consistent. A little slip up for just one race can cost you big in the points.
David Green really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
Yeah, those guys have been working so hard this year. It's a shame it doesn't really show in points. Just seems they can't keep that car out of trouble on race day. Maybe their luck will change today.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Here we go, folks. Newman on the front row once again. I tell you what, this is it. You know, if we go out here and we have a DNF, it's over the entire season. Thrown away. This is tough. So, Junior's already been eliminated after Phoenix. Now, Tony Stewart's on the bubble. You have to be within 156 points to mathematically have a championship, realistic expectation. A mathematic, championship shot. For a realistic one, I would say you need to be within 30 or 40 points. Truth be told. Anything north of that, you're really going to need a DNF. So here we go. Rockingham, 39 laps. Green, green, green. So we're like 55 or 60 points out of Rocket Man Ryan Newman. Now, I don't want Newman to lead a lap, dang it. Look, I gotta do whatever I gotta do to keep Newman from leading the lap. Have to be physical here, but I have to do whatever it takes. Look, whenever we start off some of these races, our car does not get through the gears fast enough, so we have to kind of nudge them up the track to hold the lead. That's just how our gear ratios work. The AI, they always get off the start-finish line very good, right? But the way I like my cars, I like them fast once we get to full song. I don't want them fast in the restart zone. There's just not enough cautions to make that design choice really advantageous. So we're gonna go with this. All right, so lap 339 at the Rock, and this car is fast, but man, is it loose. And here comes Earnhardt looking to play spoiler, throwing Matt Kenseth. It's going to be a fun race here, guys. We don't want to throw it away. We need to be conservative in terms of keeping this track position. We don't need to take any chances right now. Look, if Earnhardt absolutely wants to pass me, go ahead. I'm not going to go crazy about it. I would like to lead the most laps, but I'm not going to destroy my car in doing so. Earnhardt looks like he's got a stout piece, which is fine by me. Go win the race. I just need to keep Newman from bleeding laps. So the same strategy we had at Phoenix is gonna be the same game around here. We need to pit extremely late as possible to keep the 24 and the 12 from gaining a lap lead bonus. So we gotta do what we gotta do here. Now, obviously, with 2 races left to go, one of my favorite things about the Thunder games, it's not like the new NASCAR games, or actually, I'll take that back. The newest NASCAR game, which it's like half of a game, right? It's like, you know, you cook a meal, but you take it out halfway, so it's still raw. NASCAR Ignition 21, that monstrosity of a game, it actually has a silly season system. First time since probably NASCAR 09, NASCAR 08, X, Y, and Z. But anyways, that was pretty cool how they added that. But here in Thunder, there's always a bunch of, you know, changes usually each season. And I'm really curious. Could we possibly see someone new drive the 88 car? Could Ron Hornaday leave the sport? Could we possibly see David Green retire? Could we possibly see Bobby Labonte retire? He won the 500 this year, you know? Could we possibly see, let's see who else is kind of on the chopping block, so to speak. See, Mark Martin's already gone. Terry Labonte's already gone. Could we see maybe a Jeff Green or a Steve Park? You know, that would be interesting. Michael Waltrip, you know. There's a lot of unknowns here in the sport. But I tell you what, though, the Dodges have not been able to keep up as we got a DNF on pit road. It looked like a black race car. Maybe it might be Ward Burton's alternate paint scheme or a fantasy car. I couldn't make it out too well. But the Dodges have not been competitive at all in this series. They lost Bill Elliott. He retired, right? They got a clunker to drive the car next. No disrespect to Stanton Barrett, but that is not the same car combination. Mayfield is another driver we could see retire, right? That team has done absolutely nothing. And you think about the Penske camp. David Green has been an embarrassment to the 2 car. He hasn't done anything in that. And you think about the 12 car, Ryan Newman is the only driver that has truly carried the Dodge. The entire Dodge banner has been Newman. He won a championship in 07 with them, but they have no chance in heck, as the Vince McMahon's theme song would go, having a shot at winning any of these races, let alone a championship outside of the 12. And then you go to the Ganassi camp. They have Mike Murphy in the 41 car. Right, who's just unfortunately extremely inconsistent. Then you have Scott Wimmer in the 40 car. You know, he did win Richmond in 07 in this playthrough, but he's not exactly the Taj Mahal. And then, of course, you have Jay McMurray, the veteran, in the 42 car, which has never had speed. Sure, he's won in the Winston Cup Series in this playthrough. Won at Talladega. That was a fantastic finish. And then you think about, you know, how the 22 car. Well, Ward Burton, he retired. 22 camp of Bill Davis Racing shut down. Well, guess what? That 22 number went to a Chevrolet camp. So, a lot of changes here in the sport. And I think for the Dodgers, the best move they can make is to let Mayfield go and let Stanton Barrett go and just get 2 new drivers. Another driver that retired was Kyle Petty after last season, the 45 camp, so they're down to the 43, which Greg Hicks really isn't doing anything. You think about the Pontiacs, Craven, Johnny Benson could be on the chopping block. Jerry Nadeau as well. Pontiac hasn't done anything. They definitely need some new drivers. Sure, they have Coy Gibbs, they have Brian Vickers, they have a little bit of a youth movement there, but they're in extremely uncompetitive rides. And you think about the Ford camp. Martin carried the banner for so many years. He retired. And now it's, well, Kenseth, Kurt Busch, who are really needing to be the next guy. They're not able to. Jeff Burton has done pretty well. You know, this is all in this playthrough. This is not based on the real NASCAR Cup Series. This is based on what has happened in this playthrough as we're approaching halfway, so pit stop should be coming up pretty soon. But Kurt Busch and Kenseth have ran pretty well. Jeff Burton has been the veteran leader in the garage area. We've seen his consistency inside the top 10 so many times this year. But I think about Roush and how far they have, you know, fell from grace. And then you have Dixon in the 6 car, who has done absolutely nothing replacing Mark Martin. So that's a huge loss, because Martin was championship contender sometimes. And then there's the worst one, which is the 8 scam. Ryan Hornaday in the 88 does nothing. Elliott Sadler in the 38, unfortunately, an embarrassment. So they really got to shake up their driver lineup if they want to compete with the bow ties, who are dominating the sport. Pit stops are underway here. Again, the game plan is to run long here. Run as long as possible. Keep the 12, keep the 24 from having any shot at leading a lap. That's what we have to do here, guys. Now, fortunately, the 8 car is in second, and I believe the 24 is either not in the top 5 or he's already pitted. So I don't think he's going to have a chance at leading a lap unless he just astronomically has he grows a second gas tank and just, you know, runs 10 more laps. But I want to run this thing long here. I know we're going to lose a little bit of time on tires. Gordon is 5th. He has not pitted. 8 car is 2nd. We've got a really fast car here, but I just really want to make sure they don't lead anything. I mean, every point counts. I mean, the season finale is next. We're going to Homestead next. We're going to pit this time because it just came on. Fuel tank almost empty. All right, let's see what we can do to the car. And, of course, when it pops up fuel tank almost empty, that's kind of like you have 1 lap left. Sometimes it's not even a full lap. So I always pit right then. We're not going to make any substantial changes to the stock car here. We're just going to go with that. Knock on wood. Hope and pray we get a good pit stop here, guys. How y'all doing out there? Hope you're having a jolly good time. Hope you got your snacks, your popcorn, your Twizzlers, whatever the biff you like snacking on. Hope you're having a jolly good time, guys. I don't know if we're going to change the paint scheme for next year. What do y'all think? Because we're going to do a season on Thunder 2003 next. I already made that decision. I'm going to fire that one up, assuming that all the memory card and stuff is all good. We'll get that season going. But I think we're going to keep the paint scheme the same. I'm really digging it. We'll have probably some new alternates, but I really like the primary race car. I don't know. What do y'all think, guys? So anyways, we're 7th place here. The majority of the cars have already came down, but how much track position have we evaporated? I don't know. Waltrip's coming in here. Let's see who your race leader is. And it's the 8 car. So we ran as long as we probably could. We might have been able to stretch 1 lap. Because the marker, the 1 lap to go on fuel marker came coming off turn 4. We probably could have, you know, half throttled around the track, but I wasn't willing to take a chance there, guys. Because if you're coming down pit road and you get hit, you spin out, or hit that pit wall, and you have no gas, your day's over. I've had that happen at Phoenix. So, it's just very risky. If you're trying to get on pit road with no gas, if you get spun out and your car comes to a dead stop, they don't just call a caution, you go to the back of the tail, and no, they consider it a DNF in this game. So, it is catastrophic to your season. I'm seeing a 12 car behind the 17, and things are heating up. Matt Kenseth's looking for a Winston Cup win here. Junior's going to have the best good years out of everyone, as he just came off pit row with roughly 15 laps to go here at Rockingham. So, it's going to be a good one, fellas. You know, this track really needs to make a comeback. They run late model racing here and stuff, but I tell you what, a lot of people never got to see a live Rockingham race. I probably have saw one on TV, but I don't remember it, right? You know, I was born in 99, right? My earliest memory of watching a NASCAR race was the 04 500. So it was either the 04 500 or the 05 500. I know I watched races before then, but I don't remember any of those, right? Rockingham is such a fun track. Both sides of the track are a little bit different. It's kind of a quirky shape to a track. It's a little bit of Darlington. It's a little bit of Phoenix. But, I mean, look at how much banking this track has, right? It's like Richmond with super high banks. It's got a mini 1.5 mile front straightaway. So you have all this banking. You can just dive in the corner. It's multi-groove racing. It's a beautiful racetrack. And to me, it would provide such amazing Winston Cup racing, or a Cup Series nowadays, whatever they want to, coin it as. But I look at tracks like Richmond in real life and how flat and bland it is, and I look at a track like Rockingham, where you can have high banks, fast, good quality short track racing, and it's right in, the North Carolina backyard. They gotta find a way to get a cup date back here. I truly feel like if they bring a cup date here, and they promote it right, you get lucky with some weather, we could see an atmosphere very reminiscent of Nashville Super Speedway, and how it had such a huge vibe and kind of an atmosphere to it, so to speak. Newman, I believe, is in second now, as they have Earnhardt and 12 are ahead of the 17. Gotta watch out for that 12 car, fellas. Got lap down cars that's gonna play a factor into this one. But to me, Rockingham is my favorite short track. It's nostalgic. It is a great racetrack. Let's not forget the final Rockingham race ever, I believe, was a photo finish. The final Cup Series one between Casey Kane and Matt Kenseth. And I want to say Kenseth won that race. But I mean, this track it just provides really good racing. It's hard to describe it, but if you've ever went back and watched like the 03 or 04 or even like the 01 Rockingham race, the way the cars ebb and flow on this track, they go up, they enter the corner really low, and then they wash up really high. And you can come off the corner of the high side or the low side. Now, if you run a Gen 6 race here, it's probably going to be crap. But if you run a Gen 7 race here, guys, I'm telling you, if I didn't live in Texas and I lived close to it, I would go to it every single year. I don't care what I had to do. Rockingham, to me, it very well could provide the best, or at least the second best short track racing in the country, in my honest opinion. It's light years better than Richmond. I'll tell you that. I could, bet the farm on that one. But we got it. 8 car, it's about to be a problem here, guys. Dale Jr. has got a very fast car. Those tires really coming into play. And one more little point on Rockingham. It eats up tires like Darlington. You don't see that at Martinsville. You don't see that at Bristol. And you darn sure don't see it at Richmond. This track eats up tires. Like, I'm talking like, just like Darlington. It just eats them up, the way this track works. If you thought Richmond tire wear was bad, check out Rockingham. It is the perfect short track. So we got this Bozo McGee in front of me, Coy Gibbs. Well, little did we know that Coy Gibbs, I believe that's Ty Gibbs' dad, that cat's going to be, he's going to be destroying the Cup Series when he gets there. Dale Jr. is hounding me for the lead here. Holy cow, man. I'm going to try to hold him off here, but I don't want to get wrecked. If we get crashed here, our season's over. But if we win this race, that's an extra 5 bonus points. We need every point we can get to have a chance at this championship, especially with Newman being third right now. We would probably only gain 15 points, give or take, if everything finishes how it is. Maybe 20, because we led the most laps led. Come on now, come on, go, go, go. Caution within the race. So for us, we just have to navigate the lap down traffic as aggressively as possible without making a catastrophic mistake. Think about it, guys. Homestead is next. The championship will be on the line next week. Oh, it's going to be fun. I'm just hoping we'll be a part of it. Go down to the bottom here. That's another thing. Rockingham kind of has this little skirt down here. It's pretty cool stuff. I just love this track, man. It would be, like, to me, what I would do is I would make a 4th of July Saturday night 500-mile race at Rockingham. That's what I would do. You could bring the lights from Michigan or Auto Club or wherever in the boondocks they find them, Kentucky Speedway, Chicagoland. You could take the lights there, bring it to Rockingham, and you can have yourself one whale of a good time. Whoa! Lap down car is going to make contact there. Final lap here at Rockingham. Will we survive? The 8 cars right behind us. Got to get away from these Bozo McGee's. Oh, this dude's going to throw a bad block. Earnhardt's right behind us, coming off turn 4. And somehow, some way, we're going to be able to bring it home. Back-to-back wins. Win number 12 of the season. And very, very clutch moment. There we go, guys. So, we did everything we could. Now, 1 race left. We're probably going to be about 40 points out. And that's the tough pill to swallow. 40 points. If Newman, look, I'll say this. Newman is extremely good in this game at Homestead. Some drivers just have a knack for it. Michael Waltrip's always great at Daytona, Talladega. Dale Jr., for whatever reason, is really good there too, right? Gordon's really good at Atlanta. Kevin Harvick's good at Pocono. Kurt Busch is money at Martinsville. They did make some of the drivers have a better attributes or statistics or stats, whatever you'd like to call them, at certain tracks. So, with Newman being very good at, we're going to go to the back straightaway and do a little burnout for the fans back here. Why not? Might be our last win of the year, so might as well celebrate it. But if Newman goes to Homestead and dominates, we're screwed. There's no way to go about it. So I'm wanting to enjoy it while it lasts, but I think we're out of gas. That was the worst burnout ever. Oh my gosh. Well, that was fun. Well, time to go to victory lane here at the Pop Secret Microwave Popcorn 400 at North Carolina Speedway, otherwise known as The Rock. Well, that was a good one there, fellas. Win number 12 of the season. I tell you what, if we don't win the championship, it's I don't know what you could do. You know, very reminiscent of 03 when Kenseth won the championship with like 1 or 2 wins, and then Newman had like 7 wins. Man, it's crazy how you run 35 races and the championship comes down to just a very small margin of points. Look how cool that trophy is, man. I wish trophies were like that again, where they had like the stained printed glass. Those things are cool, yo. The best trophy I think ever in stock car racing is the early 2000s Pepsi 400 trophy. That thing is so cool. The second one, I would probably say the Auto Club 400 or Auto Club 500 trophies that has a little wagon with a trailer and you could put your own Diecast 124 on it. I always loved that trophy. So anyways, Newman did not lead anything as well as Jeff Gordon. Now, I think Tony Stewart's going to be right on the bubble. I think he's going to have to win the race and Newman have to DNF, but I think he's mathematically alive. We'll double check that. So 185 points go to us. And Newman, that's another 20-point gain, guys. Very, very important. But for Jeff Gordon, oh boy, that's about a, give or take, about a 40-point swing almost. That's huge. And he did not lead anything. Great top 10 for Jeff Burton and Ricky Craven. Let's go to the field here. I got to give an attaboy to Andy Armstrong. Tell you what, 21 Camp, Wood Brothers Racing, they have been running like trash all year. And I tell you what, that 21 car, he's got some pep in his step. Watch out for Daytona next year. So you go through the field here and just, oh boy, I wonder who's going to retire. I really do. I think it's going to be fun. See how that plays out. But Kevin Harvick, oh boy, only lasted 7 laps. Bottom of the barrel along with Boone and Nadu. Oh boy, it's going to be fun, guys. Homestead's next, the season finale. You're going to want to check it out, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more NASCAR Diecast content and Thunder content. Of course, for all your Diecast shopping needs or NASCAR apparel, make sure to check out that promo code down below to use over there at Circle B Diecast. Save a whole bunch on shipping, guys. Make sure to check it out. Thank y'all so much again for watching. Hope you can tune into Homestead. You folks are amazing. One more race to go. Will we win the championship? Who's going to take it? Diecastbuffet signing off.